ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits,
Oh, it's so weak. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Hot Toys figure review on the Man of Steel Superman movie masterpiece MMS 200 1/6 scale collectible figure, collector's edition. I gotta give a big thanks to Edgar. Thank you so much, man, for sending me this figure. I really appreciate it. And if you're trying to pick up your Hot Toys, you can get them at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
really nifty packaging over here with the Hot Toys. I love how you can feel the texturing and everything like that in the symbol of hope, but not on the yellow parts right there, so that's very cool. You get the nice snowy snow in the background. You get this nice, really cool, it's like this little glossy symbol of hope right over here, and then it's held together by magnets right over there, so you could go ahead and open that, and then you can see all the people responsible for creating the figure. You can feel the embossed texturing right over here. Same thing throughout on the top and on this part of the packaging. You can close this back up. Then on the side you get some more snowy snow, and then on the back all the warning stuff, and then not much more on that side. Man of Steel at the top and Man of Steel at the bottom. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here is Superman out of the packaging, looking awesome, man. I really like the suit on this figure a lot. That looks really good, and the cape looks really nice as well. I don't like the design choice of having the super long cape for Superman. I always thought Superman should have had a little bit shorter cape, you know what I mean? But I like the cape on this figure. It actually works out really well. When you get him standing around, it works with the figure very nicely, and having the larger cape actually helps hide the stand. The suit is incredible. I love the durability of the suit, and it's textured out all the way through, and the head sculpt looks great as well. So anyway, let's take a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at our Henry Cavill Superman. Now here's looking at the base, looking really awesome. I like it a lot, and of course we get the dynamic posing stand right over here, which I love. This thing is crazy awesome, and I love that we get the clamp right over there, and it's all felted inside, so you don't damage your figure. But looking at this again, ooh man, that is sick. I really love the paint detail on it and everything. All the sculpted detail in this is just wonderful. I'm really digging it a lot. Get these little rubber stoppers right here at the bottom. Then you can see the beautiful plaque right there saying Man of Steel Superman. Now aside from the base, we also get these interchangeable hands over here, which is great. We get the fisted hands, we get the relaxed hands, we get the flying hands, and then we get these Lois Lane grabby hands, and then we get these interchangeable pegs in case you break any of those. Then we get these Kryptonian keys right here. I do not have the instructions that come with this figure, which is okay by me, but usually I recommend that you look at the directions before you start messing with the figure. So here's the 1/1 die-cast Kryptonian key over here, looking amazing. I really like this. It's got some nice heft to it, of course, because it's made out of metal. And then we get the House of L logo, or the symbol of hope, or the Superman logo, whatever you want to call it, man. Not looking too shabby at all. And we also get this very tiny one right over here, not made out of die-cast. It feels like it's made out of plastic. But, ooh, man, this thing is so small, so tiny. I don't know which hand you can use to have Superman hold this in. It doesn't really look like there's any particular hand where this is going to work. I guess this could work right over here. By the way, the details on the hands are very well done. Look at that. Nice details added here. I really like them a lot. Nice little veins sculpted in there. As always, Hot Toys just kills it. Even though this figure is a couple years old, still, this is amazing. Now, what's not amazing is how difficult it is switching these hands out. Not this one right here, but a few of these. Oh, there you go. You can see this one was kind of chewed up. I had to use a knife for that to kind of drill out some of the extra plastic or whatever that was inside there. So that was a little bit frustrating. Switching the hands out for this figure is not really fun. Now, Hot Toys is known for doing a great job on their head sculpts, but once in a while they just absolutely nail the likeness, and with this one I just think they just nailed the Henry Cavill look over here. I think it looks amazing, man. Fantastic details throughout. They just did such a wonderful job on this. I like how the hair looks and everything. This is really cool, and you can see his blue eyes right there. Really well done, man. And I've seen the Batman v Superman Hot Toys Superman figure in Sean Long's review, and he did a comparison, and I was thinking, whoa, the older one actually looks better. So I'm more happy with how this Man of Steel head sculpt looks compared to the Batman v Superman Henry Cavill. Man, that is just so cool. And looking at the hair on the back, you know, he has a jet black hair, so there's no color variation right there, but it's sculpted out very nicely. They did a great job with that. Now looking over at the suit over here, again, I really like the detail that they put into this, but I also really like the fabric choice too. It's very durable. It feels really good. I really like it a lot. The Superman logo right over here, or the symbol of hope, or the House of L logo, whatever you want to call it once again. You can see some of the stitching lines right over there, but it all blends in very nicely. I really dig it. Then there's a little bit of give in the suit too, so you can, really get it articulated without having to worry about tearing the suit apart. I think that's really smart. And you can see the musculature underneath right there. So I'm digging that. Very buffed Superman figure. And you have these little cuff pieces right over here. On the left arm, it's a little bunched up for me, so I have to use that tool to try to shove it underneath there. Yeah, so that's a little bit bothersome. Again, the wrists on these are, not really the best. It just doesn't work out so well. Now looking at this over here, I really like how this came out. That gunmetal black color. It's more of a gunmetal color than black, really. And you have these little yellow pieces right over here on the sides for his belt. Then coming through past the crotch onto the legs, you can see some more of that gunmetal pattern right over there. That Kryptonian look just looks fantastic, man. There we go. We got a better shot of that right over there. So yeah, that's looking pretty good, man. And the boots look pretty nice over here too. Just the texturing throughout. It's just very well done. Really digging it. Very flat soles at the bottom of his feet. Then here's looking at the back of the figure one last time. There's a Superman butt for you man butt lovers. And then here's his back, and the cape is over his head. I guess that's how Batman could have defeated him, just pull the cape over his head. Now the articulation is not so bad on this guy. You can get his head looking up that much, and he also has a neck joint in here, so, oh, actually, no, that's as far up as he's going to look, which isn't the greatest, but not bad, I think. And you can get him looking downward that far. So I really wish the neck joint over here was actually articulated. Usually they are, but on this one, no, you get no neck joint right here, but you do get the head joint that allows some pivot right there, so you can get a bewildered Superman, and of course it can look left and right. You do get an armpit joint in here. It moves forward and back. You also get shoulders that move outward that far, and they move downward only that much. You can rotate them forward. You can actually get his arms all the way up into the flying poses, which is great, so you can see that, but you want to be careful. I can see some stretching right there, so you don't want to leave it in those poses for very long. You also get a bicep swivel right over here. He has a double jointed elbows, then the wrist moves side to side and they hinge up and down. He has a diaphragm joint right over here, so you can turn that side to side. It also crunches at the diaphragm and it moves back some, and you get some diaphragm pivot. Same thing with the waist over here, a little bit of crunching at the waist and it moves back at the waist. Rotation at the waist, of course, and very, very little waist pivot. It's actually not really working, so that's a no on that waist pivot, actually. So no waist pivot. Anyway, his hips move outward that much. I am not willing to stretch it out more than that. I don't want to break the figure. He does have leg movement that allows for his legs to kick up that much forward and not back at all. He has an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, rotation at the boot. I guess the foot and the boot rotate right there. His ankles don't really have that much articulation. They can move down just a little bit, but then they kind of spring back up, so that's annoying. And same thing, no, they stay upward. And he does have some ankle pivot in here. Doesn't really stay too well, though. Pretty limited on that ankle pivot, really. Not a whole lot. Then to pay a little tribute to the late Glenn Webb, here's his widest stance possible with both feet flat on the floor. Now to measure this 1/6 scale figure, you can see that the Superman is standing over 13 inches tall. And for your Hot Toys Superman size comparison, we have the Henry Cavill Superman and the Christopher Reeve Superman. Thank you so much, Sean Long. Check out this review over here. I think this was actually my very second Hot Toy figure ever. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, you can see that the Henry Cavill is just a little bit taller than Christopher Reeve. I don't know exactly how tall Henry Cavill is, but I think he's taller, right? Because I've seen him in person and he didn't look like he was 6'4". I'm pretty sure Christopher Reeve is supposed to be taller than Henry Cavill. Then to compare Superman to my most recent Hot Toy figure review, we have the movie Deadpool, and you can see that Deadpool does stand shorter than the Henry Cavill over here. And when I reviewed this guy, I did say that I felt like the Deadpool was a bit oversized. So I don't know, I may have to rethink that. Or it could just mean that the Superman is oversized. Then here's the Hot Toy Superman next to Mattel's 2015 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive BVS Superman. Then here's Superman next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. I'm a sucker for the super heroic fist to the hips Superman pose, huh? That looks pretty sweet. I really like this figure a lot, man. Thank you so much, Edgar, for making this review possible. I don't know if this has shot up in price or gone down in price in the aftermarket, so if you're looking for one, you gotta check out eBay. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit the like button. Click any of the boxes popping up over here for more Shart in your face. If you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do so you can see some more ShartimusPrime videos. Huh? Why not? If you want to see the last 2 videos I posted, go ahead and click the boxes right over there. They should be popping up soon. And then if you have not started following me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, you can see links below for those. And don't forget to check out ShartimusPrime.net, where you can see photo galleries for my reviews, as well as music and t-shirts for sale. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Fists to the hips,